pacing in slow motion, blurry eyes. But I've had enough, it's time to say goodbye. 3 a.m. as I'm walking home with a smile. Smoky moon, like a shiver, all the shadows fade away. All your streets are empty, lights begin to sway. 4 a.m. as I think, oh, Stockholm love. Sometimes I picture how life had been in Paris or New York or Shanghai. But you know
New Haven. City of the Gods, if you believe that sort of thing. But although many would argue the historical significance of the city's founding a few hundred years ago, you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone who disputes its significance since the advent of true alchemy and its marriage with artificery. But the final war put on full display one immutable fact. A leap forward in technology is commensurate with a leap in destructive potential. In the wake of war, the cry went out, begging for leaders to put the genie back in the proverbial bottle. Which brings us to the present. In a once flourishing city, now bearing the weight of stagnation, paradoxically festering with immorality in the pursuit of the greater good. It's here, on these streets, where a murder most unusual will unfold. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the prologue of When It Rains. I'm Zima. I will be your dungeon master, and let's go ahead and go around and do some introductions of everybody. Everybody, please introduce yourself and the character that you'll be playing, starting with Mio. And next, let's go to you, Karis. And then next, let's go to Sunbun or Oliver.
We're gonna have to do the introductions again.
Did that fix it?
Can you hear us?
Hi, Mark.
All right, there we go. Sorry
Better.
about that,
I want to
everybody.
reintroduce myself.
Small technical difficulties, but I think we're good.
All right, start from the top.
Sorry, Mio.
Again.
Hi, I'm Mio. I'm Mio Killian on Twitch. I do art sometimes. Hi. I play Beckett.
I'm sorry.
No, that's cool. Fine.
In Karis, we didn't get yours either, so
I'm Karoi. I play Karish Jazuda here, and I break things and people.
And then next, Oliver.
I'm Sunbun. I'm playing Oliver the Child, the newsboy. That's it.
And then lastly, but not leastly, is Zeus.
I'm Gage. I play Zeus. He's a sorcerer. And also a probable. He's a big problem. And I love him. And I hope you do too.
Yeah.
For everybody who watches, thank you all so much for coming in. I do, when I am running games, tend to focus my efforts and everything on the player experience. If you are watching and it feels like I'm ignoring chat, unfortunately, most likely I am. So don't be alarmed if you're saying stuff and I'm not responding. Don't be upset. What I'm doing here is running a game first and foremost. So, with that being said, let's jump in to the world. And we will start with you, Beckett.
Okay.
We start out with you just wrapping up a job. You're currently sitting outside of a building. You have been hired to watch a journalist. Especially because this journalist claims that they have some news that is going to be making the front lines, the headlines of the next newspaper. And some interested parties want to make sure that the story does break. What are you doing while you're sitting here?
I'm standing outside of a building.
So, does Beckett have a car?
Yes.
So then you would probably be sitting in the car,
Okay.
waiting and watching.
Yeah. Probably listening to radio, waiting.
You sit and wait for a mind-numbing amount of time. Waiting for anything to happen, hoping that nothing happens. Roll perception for me.
Oh, okay. I hate everything.
It's okay.
Oh my god, why would
You do it. I believe in you.
Hold on, I got this. I got it. Hold on. Did I do it? Did I do it?
Oh, nat 20.
Did I do it?
You more than did it. That's the first nat 20 of the game, and it's the first roll. Damn. All right. You're watching, and you don't see anybody unusual until you see two beat cops walking down the road, but from your time as part of the police force, you are 100% sure that this is not the beat that these cops normally walk. And you see them pause outside of the building where the person you're supposed to be watching is at, and then they go down one of the alleys down the back.
Get on my car.
All right.
Probably not go into the alley. I would like to make that clear.
That's fair.
But, you know.
You're suspiciously inconspicuously around.
I'm
the
having a
corner.
smoke. Oh shit, wait. I'm having a smoke.
So, You said that you're gonna drive your car. How are you? Like, are you gonna be driving it down the road to try to get around to the other road on the other side of the block?
So they went down the alley. Did they go all the way down the other side?
They did.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and move.
I probably wouldn't take the car at this point. I'd probably follow them on foot.
Also, welcome to the map of New Haven.
By the way, is the chat supposed to be cut off on screen?
Yes.
Okay.
So, you are currently on the corner of Mardale and Presley.
Now find that street.
I'm going to go ahead and put a marker for you.
Like,
I'll put a marker for you. What color would you like?
Oh, I found Mardale.
any color?
Let's do...
Purple.
Oh, okay. Purple was the first one I heard.
I thought you hated purple.
I do,
What the
but you like purple.
It's a Zeus.
Okay, we'll go not with purple. Let's go with blue.
Fuck, I already ate my cigarette. Shit. I eat them real fast.
All right. I'm pinging the spot. There you are on the map.
Ah. Yeah, the words are like really tiny. Oh, there's Presley.
Yes.
Okay.
Like I said,
You
it
can
was,
zoom in.
Yeah, I'm zoomed way in.
so here you are in the city. So, you said you're going to follow on foot?
Yeah, at this point.
Are you going to try to do so stealthily?
I would prefer to do so stealthily.
Make a stealth check, please.
Yeah.
19. Okay. They
Oh,
do
man.
not see you
Nice.
or hear you. As you are following, you see them looking around the building that is right here, trying to find another way in, a back door. This is the building that your contact, the journalist, is in.
And they're just circling it?
Trying to find another way in, yeah.
Um... And I don't have any other, like, reason other than they're gonna drop a big story.
You have not been told what the story is. You have been told that if word got out of what the story was, that the journalist's life would very likely be in danger. But they did not say by whom.
Hence the beat cops. Okay. I probably wouldn't interact.
All right. So you won't interact with the cops. What would you do?
No. I'm watching them trying to get another way in. So I suppose I go across the street and I have myself a smoke while watching them,
Okay.
seeing if they do manage to get inside.
Make another perception check for me, please.
Another perceptions. Everything's so messy. I'm so bad at this. Oh my god.
You're good.
That's all right. 18. Very good. You hear the sound of one of the cops using their nightstick, their baton, to essentially break a chain that was with a lock that was holding one of the gates shut on the back.
Go around to the back.
Make another stealth check for me, please.
I'm gonna fail eventually. I'll be like, oh shit.
Wow, you're just walking it down 19, 18, and then 17. That's Alright, they do not hear you. You hear one of them whisper to the other to keep watch while he tries to jimmy the door open.
I want to stand at the corner, not like in their view, but the other side of the corner,
Okay.
and acting natural.
Alright. You hear the one beat cop that's at the door sitting there for quite a while, trying to jimmy the door until finally you hear him call out to the other beat cop asking if anybody is nearby or around. And he says no. And you hear the first cop start kicking the door in. And he eventually does succeed in kicking the door in.
I'll give it some time. Peek my head around the corner.
You see
Maybe count
that
for 30 seconds.
Okay. You see the one that was kicking the door down is already inside the building. The other is hesitating, like outside the building, checking and making sure that nobody heard that. And then after a couple seconds, he follows inside.
Sneak over. I'm gonna go to the door.
You sneak around to the door. It's been kicked hard enough to where it bent inwards, which allowed the door to kind of swing open the rest of the way.
Subtle.
And the two beat cops you see are looking at the mail list and the mailboxes to try to see a name. They're trying to find a name.
I continue listening and watching. The most boring part of the job, I'm sorry.
You hear them basically whispering back and forth, asking, do you see the name? No. Do you see him? No, not yet. I'm still looking. Eventually, one of them finds the name. It is the same name as the journalist you've been asked to watch. And they have the apartment number. Do you do anything?
Okay. Wait, so the journalist is with them, not with them?
You could roll insight. If you're not sure, and you want.
Well, because you said that I was tasked to watch for this person, and then there's two beat cops with them.
So they're not currently with that person. They just kicked in the door to the back of the building and are looking for that person.
Cool. Then yeah, I want to immediately cough, I guess.
Okay. You cough. Let's see real quick. The minute that you do, the one that is closer to you draws his service revolver He hasn't pointed it anywhere. But he's skittish right now. And are you like in view, or did you just cough from like where you were kind of being slightly concealed?
Being, slightly concealed and not fucking. They got guns. I'm gonna just be like, hi.
You hear the one that like drew his pistol asking, "Did you hear that?" The other one tells him, "Go check it out."
Cool. Yeah. No. I'll wait. And I don't know if because I don't know how to. I hate going first. I don't know
No,
if
it's all good.
if he's coming out, I'd like to just because he's sticking his head out, right? Just
He's basically gun drawn, slowly walking towards the door that has been kicked in, which is, if I remember correctly, basically where
Yes.
you're at, where you're next to. Sorry.
then, as soon as I see his gun or his shoulder or something, I want to just grab that off and twist.
Okay. The minute that happens, go ahead and make a... Let's go ahead and do a... Are you going to be twisting it and then keeping hold of him? Or are you going to try to, twist the gun out of his hand and then take it?
I'm trying to twist the gun out of his hand.
Okay. Make a... Let's call this a sleight of hand. Let's call this a
Okay.
sleight of hand. Okay.
It's slowly going down.
The countdown.
You freak this beat cop out when as soon as that gun barrel gets past the door frame, twist it out of his hand, and you now have it. And that beat cop has stumbled backwards with his hands up, obviously frightened.
I'm pointing it at him. And then specifically his buddy, who still is armed.
His buddy is pointing his gun at you now, and he is telling you to drop the weapon. He is yelling commands at you.
You just broke and entered. You drop your weapon.
We're not breaking and entering. Exigent circumstances.
You
You
kicked
drop
the
your gun.
door in.
Yeah, we have reason to be here.
Where's your warrant?
I don't need to show you a warrant.
Keep aiming.
If you want, you can make an insight roll. Or
Insight.
Yeah, are there Miranda rights in the New World?
Not in the 20s.
Do I have a right to a lawyer?
you can very clearly see with this guy. He is nervous as hell. He does not have a warrant. And he is very bad at lying.
Uh-oh.
Suspicious.
What are you doing here?
That's police business. Now, who are you? Why did you attack the other officer? That's going to be at least 5 years.
Why are you breaking into a building without a warrant?
I don't have to explain myself to you.
I'm gonna count to 5. And if you don't put your gun down,
Roll intimidation.
It was the one time. Who cared?
He doesn't think that you would shoot a cop in broad daylight. He thinks he's safe behind his badge.
5. 4. 3. 2. 2.5.
Roll initiative.
2 3/4.
Roll
more
initiative.
Initiative.
2.5, 2 3/4. Wait, you just went up.
Never said I was good
You
at math.
see, when you reach 2.5, he brings his gun up and is about to pull the trigger. You have first movement in initiative. You are able to go before him.
Right. So the environment would be.
It's a narrow corridor. There is a
Okay.
gap just to your left that you could take cover behind. That is underneath the stairs that go up to the next floor. But aside from that, it's a narrow corridor that he is standing in. The other cop is on the ground now, basically on his ass, hands up. And then there's the front door to the apartments behind them.
He doesn't like cops. I'm sorry. She doesn't want to actually, honestly kill the man, but saying non-lethal's not gonna fucking do shit. Yeah, I guess she's gonna aim not for vitals, but she'll shoot first. I don't know how.
Kneecap him.
Well,
Okay.
that's what she would normally do, but there's so many arteries.
Just kneecap.
We
All
don't
right.
need no knees.
In that case,
Yeah,
go ahead
he's
and
got
make
2.
a ranged attack roll for me, please.
Fuck, I don't have the type of gun that they have ready. Oh shit.
I'm sure you can grow them back, right?
It's alright. I have it.
Okay.
So I can tell you what to roll for damage.
So, how?
Just go ahead and roll for your holdout pistol,
Okay.
but the damage will not be the same.
Okay.
All right. You fire off your first shot, and it just barely goes to the side of him because, again, you're reacting suddenly because you see him now bringing his pistol up to draw, and you're suddenly shooting. Your shot misses and hits into the stairs just to his right, your left. You, I believe, have one more shot that you can get off before it is his turn. Or you can take any other normal, like, bonus action movement.
I'm going to unload the gun. Just
Okay.
pop open the chamber and just fully just throw the fucking bullets out.
Okay. Are you going to do anything else with
I would
that?
prefer to get under cover. Behind cover? Behind cover.
Okay.
That little space.
Behind cover.
So you basically step out and back around the door frame so that
Yes.
you're behind cover. Okay. And you unloaded the revolver before you did that?
Yes? No?
Okay.
Wait? Yes? Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. I figured you move at the same
It's-
time, but like I don't know how it works.
I'm going to roll perception. No, it's all good. I'm going to roll perception. The other officer heard the bullets fall out of the chamber of the revolver, out of the cylinder. He's now way more confident that he's got this fight in the bag, and he is going to move up the hallway until he reaches the
So
door.
away.
No.
Oh,
towards
okay,
you.
towards.
He's now
Got it.
advancing on you because he thinks, well, she's unloaded the gun.
Mhm.
He is going to try to peek around the corner and take a shot at where he thinks you are. So this is going to be a disadvantage. Does a 10 hit your AC?
Nose.
So you see this now slightly less confident policeman pop around the corner and fire a shot off at where he thinks you probably would be and misses, but it went in front of you. He now has one more shot. And he rolled a 10 again.
Still no.
So he fires a second shot around the corner, closer this time, but still missing you. It is now your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna jump out from around the corner and grab his face and do some punchy damage.
All right. So are you grappling him, or are you just
Uh,
going to attack?
Just like, like my little nails and like just grab his face.
Okay. Go ahead and make the attack roll.
You said grab his face, and I just imagine you like jump out of the corner and just like grab his face.
And
No
then
kiss.
Like, oh, no!
That was dumb.
Is-
I'm
that's
assuming
it.
a
assault,
20
but what
hits.
kind
A
of
20,
assault?
a 20 definitely hits.
Okay.
That's the 9 damage.
Yes.
You hear him cry out in pain as you like claw down his face. And he stops what he's doing to like basically cover the cuts that are now on his face. And he falls backwards. Basically like screaming out to the other officer to get you. He's just sitting there like, "Oh, my face! That bitch got my fucking face! Get her!
Gun.
Get you!" The other officer, make an intimidation roll for me.
Intimidation. Fuck. She's not intimidating. She's so short.
She's too cute and petite. They're like,
too
nah.
You're not gonna believe this.
No, did you roll a 1?
No, but close. I rolled a 3.
Ooh.
The other cop, he doesn't know how much of a danger you pose, but he's certain that he doesn't want to find out. And
He's
so
beat a little.
he is going to try to stand up and run.
He's gonna
Just
barrel
ask.
through
Get
me.
him.
No, other
Oh
direction.
god, they're
he's
scratching
not-
faces! Get out of here!
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna let him go. Focus on the guy that I currently have.
Okay. The guy that you currently have is prone on the ground, his hands basically covering his face, but one of them is still grasping his revolver.
Do I
He
have
is going to...
cuffs? Sorry, that's just a random question.
I don't think you do.
Damn.
Roll perception. He has
Yeah,
cuffs.
Is Mio a private detective or
I am a PI.
you're a PI? Okay.
But yeah, he has cuffs.
I want to cuff him with his own cuffs.
Just every Tuesday.
All right.
Yeah.
Make a grappling check for me.
Grappling.
So basically go ahead and use your athletics, and it's going to be contested by either his athletics or his
Ooh,
yeah, no, you
you're
succeed.
squirrely.
She's just
You
not
succeed.
intimidating.
So you manage while he's doing this to grab the cuffs off of him and then wrestle his arms. Are you cuffing him hands behind his back or hands in front?
Behind him.
Behind him. You manage to cuff his hands behind him, and he is, like, you see that on his face, he is bleeding quite a bit out of the cuts that you put on his face, but he'll live. At the same time, you hear the sound of somebody upstairs who is trying to find a window, like, or some other way out.
Is it the one that ran away?
Nope, the one that ran away
No,
went out the front
he
door
went
and
out
is
the-
gone.
Yeah, he went out the front door. He's a coward. He'll probably go tell the others. I guess I go upstairs.
You go upstairs and you see there at the window trying to, like, jam it open a very nervous looking man that fits the description of the person you were told to watch.
You okay?
And he immediately jumps and turns around and is like, "Who are you?"
Detective Beckett. And set to watch you. Make sure you're okay. Is there a reason the police would be upset with you?
You don't know what we're talking about right now. It's big. Okay. Do you have someplace safe I can lie low? Please?
I don't normally take people out to my house on the first date, but I suppose I can make an exception. Stupid one-liners, I hate myself.
Sorry, turning that one down.
Okay.
It's a bit
Perfect.
loud.
It's
It
good
is
now.
The trumpets took over.
So he runs upstairs and he grabs a briefcase. And you see, as he's loading papers into the bookcase, make a perception check for me, please.
Exception.
Yep.
Sorry, my brain was just like, no.
It's all good.
Here we go.
Wow.
I'm just not intimidating.
You see on some of the papers that he is just grabbing and just stuffing into this briefcase. Some of the papers have things on there saying corruption, bribes, police. And you can piece together from those things that he's about to drop a story on some dirty cops. After a little bit, he finishes shoving papers into this briefcase, shutting it, and he goes, "All right, lead the way."
I'll go out the front door. I'll check it first. Stick my head
Make
out.
another perception check, please.
Okie dokie.
Ooh.
Another
I can
nat
see
20.
so good. I can smell so good. I can see so good.
It smells you.
You look out and you see the street appears clear, but you can see that the guy who ran is in a cafe across and then off to the side using a phone right now.
I tell the guy to go upstairs and hold on a minute.
Okay.
And I go across the street.
As you go across the street, the other cop sees you crossing the street.
I wave at him.
And he is like basically like partway through, you see his eyes go wide And he says something into the I'm just gonna say the microphone, even though it's not technically a microphone, it's basically a microphone of an old time telephone. He's speaking into it, he says something, he hangs it up, and he runs.
Tell him Beckett says hi.
He is now run off unless you're chasing after him. He's gonna be gone.
She lets him go.
Okay.
Whatever he said, he already said. And she'll go back, go get the journalist, and go to, I suppose, her apartment.
All right. And you head off to your apartment with the journalist. As you leave, you do hear the sound of a single police car arriving at where you were moments prior. But you managed to slip away.
Just in time.
I will warn him. Can I warn
what?
him? I would like to warn him that the police know me, so the apartment's not a great place to hide out, but it's all I have.
I mean, at this point, somebody's just shot in my apartment. I'll take any other place for now.
Fair. Yeah.
You'd think a detective would know of like a safe house or something.
She's poor.
And she's a private detective.
Right.
Yeah.
So, while that is happening, Karis, you
Good job, Meow.
are standing side by side with your new-ish partner, Ulrich. And right now, you're standing in front of one of the underbosses who is basically telling you all what your duties are going to be for the day. He's basically telling you that you and Ulrich are going to go, like you have a couple of times now, and hit some of the businesses that your family protects and make sure that they have their protection money. Is there anything that you, in particular, are going to be listening for, asking, saying, doing anything during any of that?
No.
All right.
So just finding out where we're going, which businesses, what locations, if he has any other information about where we're going.
So he has informed you that you and Ulrich will be going to the businesses just down Shore Highway on the south side of the river along Faraday. So all the businesses that fall under your family's area along Faraday, those are the ones you're going to be hitting. So Faraday being the one that's right next to the river there.
That's a good chunk of businesses.
They're not expecting you to hit all of them, but they're expecting you to get at least starting from this side over to maybe about Simon Boulevard.
Okay. Definitely doable.
After the underboss goes through and gives you and Ulrich your assignment for the day, Ulrich just gives a curt nod, looks at you, and he says, "I'll go get the car." And he heads out.
Good.
Shortly after you and him are driving there, you pass by the church where there's a soup kitchen that gets run fairly often. As you guys pass, Ulrich basically nudges over and goes, "You want us to stop so you can do a little more charity work?"
Not while we're doing business. I'll take care of that afterwards.
You know, I still don't really get it. How's a guy like you get in with a soup kitchen? A fucking soup kitchen of all places.
There's an army of homeless on the streets.
Yeah, you blowing away sons of bitches left and right. You're telling me that you both have not enough heart to where you don't feel bad about blowing people away, but enough heart to where you're gonna feed them?
I'm complicated.
You stupid. You know, I'm simple. Blow up a couple of places, kill a few people, give me my money. I'll go home happy. It's that simple. I don't know. I don't see the reason.
Well, somebody has to help out.
You know you're just putting a band-aid on it, right?
I know.
Fucking idealist. You both drive all the way from the Ferniador family house, which is all the way up here on Monument Drive, on the northmost part of the map, almost in the top right corner. Through and then down through the city rings, so called because of the two circles that go around. And you head down Main Street all the way until you hit shore. You look out and you see the ships that are coming in and out of the harbor over there, the warehouses where all the goods that are coming in and out get kept. And then as you cross the bridge, it's almost like you enter into a different city. The south side of the city is so unbelievably impoverished and decrepit that it's just a night and day difference. You then eventually make your way over to this area. You start hitting the first few businesses. The first one is a diner. It's run by a drow. The business owner seems to be reluctant to pay up the protection money that you're supposed to collect.
Well, does it give a reason?
He says he already paid it.
Who'd you already pay?
He gives you a single name. Damori. You know most of the guys in your family. And you know that there is no Damori in your guys' family.
You sure it was Damori?
Yeah. Damori's the guy's name. Came in, got 2 coffees, took the money, and left. Don't. Come on. I got a family to feed.
I know you got a family to feed. So do we. We got a lot of people in the city we've got to protect.
Look, I swear on my mother's grave, this Demori guy, he's got the money you want. I don't got any other money.
I suggest by the end of the day you find more money. Where'd the Demori guy go?
I think he stepped out and walked out to the right.
That's it. He didn't say where he was going?
Not a word.
Cool. We'll come back. I'll see you at the end of the day. You may want to find some money.
Do my best, but I don't know how I'm gonna find money.
Next time you might want to make sure the person you hand a bunch of cash to is the right guy.
All right. All right.
And then are you stepping out of the place?
Yep.
You step out. Ulrich is still inside the diner.
I mean, I'm just gonna look back at him and see what the hell he's doing.
You see Ulrich basically just like stopping and thinking for a second while he's like watching this drow who owns the diner. And you can't hear because you're now outside the diner, doors shut. You hear him ask something to the owner. Make a perception check.
Oh boy. One sec. What the hell?
Oh, it was blank for a second.
Yeah, and then it rolled.
Advantage?
Yeah, it's. Trying to see why it's not. Oh, that's why.
You have to toggle on?
No, it's not toggled. It was set, for some reason it was set to always roll advantage.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
mine
weird.
was too. I had to go in there and change it specifically.
There you go.
Well, that was much better.
You see the owner of the diner all of a sudden start sweating. And you see Ulrich saying something, and he's now getting louder. And he's pointing over at a bag of flour that's over on the side.
Ulrich, okay.
Ulrich is the loose cannon, so.
He really
Well,
hates
He was
flour.
saying this guy walked outside and went to the right. Is there like an alley or anything to the right of this place?
It's the main. You see a street here that like it goes under a couple of like bridged
Like
buildings,
overpasses?
basically. Yeah, but it's just a road that goes down.
Okay.
You then see Ulrich snap his fingers and like a flame appear in his hand. And he's walking towards the diner owner.
That's where I'm gonna walk back in.
And you hear Ulrich saying,
Did you really think you could fucking lie to us? You think I wouldn't know? You think I'm fucking stupid?
Hey, bub.
and you see the diner owner is just stammering and like back against the counter, sweating bullets.
So I didn't see nobody to the right there. You find that money?
Check the fucking flour bag. This motherfucker's been looking at it over and over the whole time that he was lying to you.
I figured we'd figure something out. He goes, he'll check the flour bag.
Sure enough, it is full of cash.
Karis is going to take out the amount that would be due. He's just going to leave the rest.
All right. At that point, the owner is going to be like,
Take it. I don't want any problems. Like, just, I'm sorry, all right? I'm sorry.
Karis just stares at him. While he pulls the money out that he needs, counts it, and he's not looking at what he's doing in his hands. He's staring at the owner.
while you're doing that, Ulrich says, like, without turning his attention away from the owner, you hear him call out to you.
You or me, Karis. You or me. One of us is going to teach this guy a lesson.
Well, I'll say this, Albert. Dead guys can't pay us.
No. You got that much right.
And he hops over the counter, and he's still got the flame in his hand. And he's bringing it closer to this guy's face, and goes,
But maybe if I burn a little bit of his face off, everyone else will know not to fuck with us.
and the Strow is backing up more and more and more as much as he can, until Alric finally grabs him by the collar and is bringing him closer to the fire that he's got in his hand.
I don't think burning his face is a good idea. But, whoever heard of a bald drow?
I thought I said you or me. Are you teaching him a lesson or am I?
I'll do it.
Then do it.
And he basically turns and pushes the owner towards you.
I'll be out in the car.
And he heads
Wow.
out.
Basically in one swift motion, Karis reaches into his jacket, pulls out the typical trench knife, the knuckle dusters with a knife on it, and grabs this guy's head and just shaves him.
Steady hand.
Yep.
Make a dexterity check for me.
Maybe you don't accidentally scalp him.
I mean, we were good until he lied to me.
It's only your fault. Accidentally.
Steady hand indeed.
Nice.
All right. Yeah. You shave him, and there will be a little bit of razor burn, quote unquote, but
Oh yeah.
he's gonna live. But you see the entire time tears pouring down his face. He's like between shaking in fear and trying not to move so that you don't cut him. And the entire time he is like promising and swearing on his mother's name, his father's name, his grandmother's name that he will not do this again.
Good. Lesson learned then. And then he leaves. The next time you want to hide money, bud, don't look at it. And he just walks out.
You're gonna pull one over, do it better.
I do want to try to wrap up the game soon, but I don't want to like ignore the other two players. I want them to have their time. Are you guys alright if we real quickly go through what's going on with the other two?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Speed run.
So, Oliver.
You can do Zeus first.
Okay, we could do Zeus.
Hmm.
Zeus.
Cool.
Are you familiar with D&D chase rules?
Oh, it's
Oh,
been a hot
no.
minute.
What rules?
Chase rules. They're a little
Oh.
silly. I sort of
running?
remember, but run through it for me one more time.
Something about exhaustion and like
So,
3 times distance.
basically, there's two people that are in initiative, the pursuer and the quarry. Where you are in initiative determines who's going, obviously. If you are the quarry, are trying to escape, you can do so by breaking line of sight and then trying to make a stealth check to lose your pursuer.
Got it.
You can move your maximum movement as well as a dash. But give me just a second.
That's my action, right?
Yes. So characters that pause to take an action other than dash move a distance equal to their move rate. Most characters use the dash action and move a distance equal to twice their movement.
You're moved away from your microphone, so you're a little quieter.
So you can use the dash action a number of times equal to 3 plus your con modifier. And then after that, every dash you have to succeed on a DC 10 con check or take 1 level of exhaustion.
I don't have garbage con this time. I can run.
Nice.
Zeus,
Yes.
you are down on Potter's Market in Bridgeway. And one of the families who controls this area saw you and recognized you as the person who's been manufacturing a certain narcotic.
No idea what you're talking about.
And
Drugs.
they aim to kill you.
Drugs.
And so you are currently hightailing it.
Ooh,
I will
nice.
put a marker down for you and a marker down for your pursuers.
Oh dear. Drugs.
Oh god, where are we? What's going on here?
Oh, come on.
It's Rhythm Thief.
Oh no, not quick time events. No.
Dun, 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 dun,
All right,
dun,
so
dun,
you
dun,
are...
dun.
Of course it doesn't do this. There we go. You are down here.
There it is.
Roll
There you
initiative for me.
Okay.
Ooh.
Woo, you're
Yay.
going first. You're
Wow.
going first.
Perfect.
So you're walking, and then you hear one of them say, "Hey, that's the guy who makes the shit. Go get him!" And 2 guys in suits take off after you. You take off. This is where you are. Where are you going?
Where are they? Behind me?
They are cat a corner. So they're going to have to try to cross a busy intersection to reach you. So you have a second,
Okay.
and you have first initiative.
I want to go to the end of the block left.
All right.
I don't know how to ping.
That's all right.
Right click.
All right. They are going to have to make a roll to get through. One of the 2 pursuers manages to, like, stop and go and bob and weave through traffic well enough to get the other side and try to chase. The other, the
Is it
other is
by a
probably
car?
going to need the other's probably gonna need to go to the hospital. But-
Bye.
It is now your turn again. I'll put a marker down for the people that are chasing you, or now just person that is chasing you.
Okay, what
Is-
happened? Who's going to the hospital?
The other one tried crossing this intersection and didn't
Oh.
dodge cars as well as the first one did.
He never
Um,
played Frogger.
Yeah.
I want to go this direction and then this direction. But like within my regular movement so I can hopefully hide.
Is the map
Alright.
like cardinal correct?
More or less, yes.
So okay, so you went north.
North.
So you went up to here, and
North.
then I'm
Due
gonna
east
say
one
that you're
up.
gonna get about here.
Okay.
You see
And
that
then-
on this street, Potter's Market Street, like the most of the street, especially from Bridgeway to the west, is known for having like people with kiosks, stuff up that they're like selling and stuff, in some of the offshoot streets. You're like passing by some like kiosks that are like rather busy. There's actually a farmer's market that's up right now. So as you turn this corner, you see that there are shops set up. You're going to need to try to jump over some of the stuff. I need
Nice.
you to beat a DC 15 Dex saving throw.
Oh my
Another nat 20. Are you kidding me? All right. You make it past and you make it to there. You have already broken line of sight, so you have an opportunity to make a stealth check to hide. 8 on the stealth. All right, this guy's gonna make their way around to
Great
here.
with dexterity.
He's very purple. He's hard to
And-
miss.
The other guy rolled a nat 20 on perception to see you.
Oh fuck.
But can he dex save around the cabbage man?
That's gonna be the question.
My cabbages.
Exactly. I'm waiting for him to fail.
He is
My
going
cabbages!
to try. So you see him stop at the corner and he goes, "Hey!" And he keeps chasing after you. He rolls a 13. And he hits the cabbages and lands in them.
Oh, my cabbages!
It is now your turn.
Shit. Do I cast or do I keep running?
That's up to you.
Yeah. How do I look at my spell without sending it anywhere? Without casting it.
So go to your spells and then give me just a second while I pull it up as well.
Is it the eye?
I think yeah.
Yes, I believe it's the eye.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
I had to think about what you were talking about for a second there. Because I don't
On the
have spells.
spells. Oh no, that would like just mass damage everybody here. So I'm gonna keep running. I'm not gonna.
Zeus fireballs the street.
Well, I was gonna-
Or move.
I was gonna thunderwave to push him back, but just kill a bunch of bystanders
bunch of
sounds like
poor
a
people. Oh,
bad
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, the cabbages will absorb all of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna book it.
You don't have to go corner to corner. If you see these buildings, you can ask me if there's like an alleyway in between them. I'll tell you yes or no. On some of these ones where you can see the gap, there is very clearly an alleyway that you can go down. So
And
just
is
that
this road
information.
closed off for the market?
The road that you're on right now is closed off for the market from here to here.
Okay, I want to go down that very clear alley and hopefully hide for reals. This one.
Yeah.
Everybody ping.
You go down
okay?
the alley, make another stealth check, please.
Pink and yellow is nice.
Damn.
Not a
you're
stealthy
trying.
person.
You're trying. That's-
I haven't trained, believe it or not.
Oh no, I can tell because at a +5, I'm just like, oh no.
He's just too hyped up on whatever he took. He's just vibrating through this whole chase scene.
Sampling the goods, are you?
So
Oh no! Don't sample
the
the
guy, the guy manages to get past that to the end here, and he just has to roll above an 8 to see you.
Come on, that one.
He rolled another nat 20.
Oh my gosh.
His eyeballs are just wide open, like, I see you, I know who you are.
And he is going to almost pretty much be right on top of you here. It is your turn. Actually, he's going to try to tackle you.
Oh no.
No!
Alright. Make for me a dex saving throw, please.
Oh, nice.
Just sidestep his ass.
Yeah.
His
You're so
was a
twirly.
his was a 19. So you just manage. He does the best like football like offensive tackle and misses. You just like sidestep off to the side. He lands flat on his face. It is now your turn.
I'm gonna actually go back the way that I came because this street is full of people, and if he like attacks me in a crowd, that's gonna look real bad for him. They're gonna call the cops and he's gonna
That's true.
panic.
All right, so you go back towards here. You still got quite a bit of movement. Are you going west, east?
West.
All right. And then are you trying to hide?
Yeah.
Might as well try again.
I'm gonna say
Please
with there
roll.
being a crowd, make the stealth check at advantage. 'Cause there's
How do I
now
do
a
that?
crowd. So you should be able to at the top. I want to say, because I think we got it set up to toggle. Yep. So right here at the top, above where your armor class and initiative is,
You can see his character.
there's advantage,
sheet
normal, and disadvantage. So click
Oh.
advantage,
Thank you.
and then click on the stealth check.
on. Don't look at stream.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. 23, that's good. All right, it is his turn now. He's going to come out to here.
You finally hid. Look at you.
And he
Oh,
rolled a
double.
17 for perception. He has lost you.
You
So
found
this is
some
your
like.
opportunity to try and like sneak away. If he doesn't know where
Absolutely.
you are.
Yep. I'm gonna skedaddle. Do you need me to roll stealth again?
Real quickly, for his, you see him looking basically northwest of where he is right now. He's looking like along this side to see if like maybe you went into one of the buildings. So he's gonna enter into this building and check there first. So
Oh.
you do not need to make a stealth check. You just need to get away.
Yeah, I'm just gonna full tilt book it out of here.
All right, what direction you going?
I'm going west and then north. So, yeah, it's just gonna keep and then just keep running.
All right. I will say with that, you do manage to escape.
Yay! You
You just got
survived.
done outrunning mafia men that were there to kill you. What are you doing after that?
Laughing manically.
While you run full tilt. Just like, ah!
So, as you were sitting there laughing manically, some of the people that are walking down the street stop and are like looking at you, and like you see a mother with her child like hurriedly like shooing the child away, like down the street.
Yeah, he's not great at laying low. he's he's gonna find like a building, like a cafe or something that he can just sort of like chill at and keep an eye out without being noticed.
Okay. And you manage to make it into a cafe, sit down and chill and maybe get like a coffee for a nickel, you know. While that's happening, outside of Parmer's pawn shop,
The child.
Oliver,
It's me!
you are outside of Parmer's pawn shop,
Please,
currently
sir.
trying to sell some newspapers. So, how are you trying to sell newspapers out here?
Extra, read all about it! What's the headline of that newspaper that was created?
The the headline this time around is world economists guaranteeing that there will not be another market crash.
Extra, read all about it! World economists, stop bullshit! And yes, he pronounces it that way.
And as you are doing this, make a performance check for me, please.
World economists, performance.
No. Economists.
Economists.
I don't know why you made two performance checks. I'll take the first one, though.
Yeah, I didn't realize I double clicked.
That's all right.
Oliver works long hours, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
As you are calling this out, there's a lot of people nearby. This is the south side of town. There's a lot of people who are poor because of the market crash, who, upon hearing world economists spouting bullshit being the headline, they come over to buy a paper and see what the hell is going on and what the hell you were talking about.
Yeah.
You draw quite a crowd.
Good.
You managed to sell. You actually sell out of your newspapers. You had 25 with you. You sold out of all of them in that bundle.
Woo! I could
Yay!
eat tonight.
Oliver gets to eat today.
Yay!
Meanwhile, while you are just wrapping up, the last customer who's buying a newspaper from you is the owner of the pawn shop. From inside, the guy's name. Oh, sorry. The guy's name is Lewis Parmer.
What is it?
Lewis Parmer.
Oh, Louis Palmer.
Sweet Luis.
Yeah.
But he comes out and he's just like,
Oh, a good day. Managed to sell all your papers, huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
no.
all right, Louis.
Well, you
I don't know
already
why-
finished.
what was that?
I don't know why I've chosen this accent and way of speaking.
I don't know.
Do you like popsicles?
No.
Yeah.
Now, you know Lewis fairly well. He's allowed you to set up shop basically in front of his pawn shop to sell newspapers. Quite a few other business owners have chased you off because they don't like the way you sell papers, spouting expletives sometimes. They think it's bad for business. Lewis doesn't really care. He sees a kid who needs a chance. But after you finish selling your papers and he buys the last one, Lewis is basically looking, sees that the bundle that you had completely empty, and he goes, well, I mean, if you don't have anywhere, if you want to help man the cash register for a little bit, you could make a few extra bucks.
Sure. I'll help you out, Louis.
And he opens the door, you walk in, you're inside the pawn shop. It smells slightly of mildew. It's an old place. And you see all manner of trinkets around. You see a rack of a whole bunch of potions by the front counter. You see gems and some other things on like the far end underneath a glass case. Some things that people have come and brought in and traded away just so that they could make ends meet. And he basically shows you how to work the cash register, tells you not to open it unless absolutely necessary or for anyone. And he goes off to dust some of the shelves and the counters and stuff like that.
Quick, rob him blind.
Oliver
What do you
likes
do?
this pawn shop.
He likes the pawn shop.
Yeah, he likes all of the strange, fun knickknacks. Old
The
things.
fake magic items.
He likes old things. Yeah. Fake magic items.
As you're there, behind the counter, make a perception check.
I sense something.
You, as you are like going behind the counter, you almost trip on it. You notice that the rug that is behind the counter is placed over, like the rest of the floor in here is like wood. You see that like the floor here is metal.
I want to investigate. That's very interesting. First, I check if Lewis is still.
You pull the rug back and you see that it's a safe that is installed into the floor.
Hey, Lewis, what's this?
You see Louis pop his head around the corner, like just like looking down like through his glasses trying to see where you are. You're down below the counter. He can't see you.
Come over here.
And he comes around and he's like, "Oh, that's my safe.
What's in the safe?
Oh, I just keep records in here, papers in here. You know, just
Oh,
important documents, just in case. We get a lot of people that come through and sell stuff, and sometimes they want to buy it back, and we got to keep a record.
oh, okay. That sounds great.
Then, after a little while, door opens and two customers walk in. Ulrich and Karis.
Dun dun dun.
As the two of you walk in, Lewis begins to say off like, "Hey, welcome to Parm's Ponds," and stops halfway through the minute he sees you two.
Hey, Louis.
Is it already that time? Hey, Oliver, why don't you go ahead and,
Lewis walks over to the register, pulls out a nickel and hands it to you, and he goes,
why don't you go across to the store and get yourself a soda? Okay?
Can I try to do some insight? Like, I've noticed that he started acting strange when these
"Oh,
two
absolutely. Roll insight."
I mean, it's also the two guys who just walked in.
Yeah, yeah.
looking like angels of death, essentially.
Like, do I know these guys? Just at the-
You roll history. I'll say at advantage.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
He's not having a good history.
These guys look familiar, but you see so many people out here on the streets as a newsboy that the faces all tend to blend together sometimes. The insight, though, you can tell he's nervous and he wants you to be out of here so that you're not involved in whatever is happening.
I give him a look. They're like, you want me to bring back a soda pop for you too?
No, you just go ahead and enjoy it yourself, okay?
Okay. I don't want to go.
Up to you. What are you going to do?
Why don't I wait until you're done and we can both go get a soda pop together?
And Lewis looks over towards you, Karis.
Actually, I think there's some stuff in the back that I could use you cleaning if you want. Please?
Okay, if you need anything, you yell.
Don't worry.
I'll do my best.
Oliver goes into the back. You will
He's
be
gonna
able to
go
listen
into
in.
the back, but he's gonna not go all the way into the back. And he's gonna see what happens.
And you hear Ulrich, after you step out, basically start up, just going,
Louie, always good to see you. You know why we're here. Business has been really, really slow. I don't have the money. Louie.
and he puts his hand on Louis' shoulder.
I like you. I do. But you know how this works. We protect you. You pay. Now, if you fuck that up, I gotta come back here and I gotta fireball your store. I don't want to do that, Louis.
Chris, you doing anything?
Nope.
It's just business has been really, really slow. It ain't been too bad neither, though. I've been looking around. I see a few gems here. Tell you what. I'll make you a deal. We'll come back in 3 days. If you don't got the money then, that wife and that kid of yours, they ain't gonna be able to tell the difference between the store's ashes and yours.
Now, at this point, Lewis is pouring sweat and nodding vigorously.
Damn. See? Good as new.
He looks down.
These are some nice potions. Health potions, right? Yeah. Uh-huh. Why don't we take a few? Call it a down payment or an investment in your health coverage, huh? 3 days, Louis. Don't make us wait.
Are you doing anything now?
No, but he'll tell Ulrich he'll meet him in the car.
After you leave,
Oh no, he's not leaving the store. He's waiting for Ulrich to leave.
oh, okay.
He's telling Ulrich, "I'll meet you in the car."
Okay.
Oh.
Ulrich, like, just sort of seems skeptical, but he nods, and then he walks out, a few potions in hand, and heads out to the car.
Karis basically rounds on Louis and is just like, "How bad has business been, Louis?"
I'm thinking about selling the shop, maybe.
Can you sell the shop in 3 days?
Not for what it's worth. If I do that, I don't know how I'm going to feed my kid or pay for the medicine he needs.
Where are you gonna go, Louis?
I'll think of something.
You got insurance?
You aren't suggesting that I would burn down my shop.
No, I would not suggest such a thing. That'd be highly illegal, Louis. But if you and your kid weren't here in 3 days, maybe you go to Mass early and tell the priest, "Hey, I need to stay here and lay low because somebody's trying to kill me or my kid." They give you sanctuary. Ulrich gets to burn down a store. You get insurance money and get the fuck out of town. Your kid can eat. Your kid gets medicine. You live in a different part of town.
I don't understand. Why would you tell me that?
Because we've known each other for a while, Louis. And I don't think you burning to death in this store will do your kid any good.
Thanks.
Ulrich's crazy. My suggestion is you go to Mass tonight. Don't wait 3 days. That fucking lunatic will come back here and burn this place down on a whim. And then he reaches in his pocket and hands him $20 and goes, "You didn't hear about this. I didn't talk to you. I told you to get the fucking money or I'll break your fucking legs. Get to Mass, Louis. God's calling."
Oliver, roll perception.
I'm not here.
You heard all of it.
I'm just a fly on the wall.
And after Karis leaves, goes out to the car, and the two depart for the next place. You look and you see Lewis just wiping the sweat off of his brow with a handkerchief.
I'll come up and make sure not to scare him. Pat him on the arm or whatever I can reach. I don't want to pat him on the back because that might not be. Might be
No, that's
on
right.
my
You
ass.
pat him
I
on the
don't-
arm.
Yeah. Like, you all right, Louis?
I don't know. This shop, it's all I have. I
Find
just
another
wish-
way.
I wish we could. You're a good kid, Oliver. You're a good kid. You should run along.
Meet you at Mass?
And you leave.
More devotees to the Storm Fury.
Night falls as we reach the end of today's session. And I'm going to assign each of you a number. Mio, you are 1. Karis, you are 2. Oliver, you are 3. And Zeus, you are 4. Detective
Wait, what number
Beckett.
am I?
Son of a bitch.
It is nighttime.
Wait, what number am I?
You were 3. It doesn't matter because
Oh.
it's not you.
It's me.
Not you!
Oh.
Hi. Hello. It's nighttime.
You are walking down the street. The journalist that you were helping out managed to get to the editor. The story is being printed as you are walking. And you see a glow coming from a building down the street in the distance.
I go towards the glow.
You go towards the glow and you see a figure. You can't quite make out the details. They're in a trench coat. They step out of the building and they look in your direction, turn, and book it.
I'm gonna chase him.
You start chasing, but as you start chasing and getting closer, you start reaching towards where the building is. It's Parmer's pawn shop, ablaze.
I'm gonna stop chasing.
You stop chasing and the door is wide open.
I call out for Lewis.
You don't hear anything.
Yeah, fuck. I don't like fire. Is it like fully like engulfed in flames? Like there's no way to like.
It's raining out right now, so once the flames reach and like burn through the ceiling, the rain's gonna help put stuff out. But it's pretty well alight right now. Like it's not so bad that you couldn't run in and see if there's somebody in there, and probably still get out. But there is not time to dilly-dally on the choice if you're going to do it or if you're not.
She'll run in there.
You run in, and you see there on the floor the body of Lewis Parmer.
I knew it.
Son of a bitch.
Dead, with his tongue cut out.
I'll drag his body out. I mean, if I can.
Make a athletics check, please.
I will do. Athletics. Can I have athletics, please? I don't know where it is. I found it. Thank you.
You manage to drag Lewis's body out.
I check his pulse. I check for how long he's been dead and all that.
Make a
Rigor mortis.
medicine check. Rigor mortis has not set in yet, so you know that part at least right off the bat. You can't feel a pulse.
Is he cold? Well, I guess he's warm because the fire.
He's toasty.
He's real warm.
But that is where we are going to end the session.
Yay.
Thank you all so much. Hopefully the introduction into this world was
Call the
good
Wee Woo
enough.
Boys.
The Wee Woo Boys.
I'm excited for where this goes. All right, let's find.
Thank you
somebody
for
to
running.
Yeah.
Ooh, absolutely. I'm sorry that the only thing we were able to do for your part just yet was running, but there will
That's
be more.
fine.
I
That was
promise.
cool. That was a fun scene.
It was
Yay.
fun. The music was banging.
Best introduction
Yay.
to a character ever, maybe.
Yeah.
I
Characters
felt like I was
And
in
you're
Lupin the
running!
Third. I felt like I was in Lupin the Third.
I know. I
Yeah.
was just like, this is
Yeah.
some Lupin shit.
Next week, Mark.
I'm trying to see if there's somebody
I-
we can raid out to.
Oh, right.
I have a bad feeling for Ulrich.
Ulrich. Bad feeling
Amazing.
about Ulrich.
don't
I saw
see
someone
anybody that's
streaming
doing
Dungeons and
D&D
Dragons, and I'm like,
right
oh, Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, it's us.
Mine's all art.
Yeah.
There's a group called Table Story that's doing Dungeons and Dragons now.
Table story. Let's check it
Table
out.
Story. Shill Show, the meat grinder.
I'd rather raid a smaller channel. That one's a pretty.
Are they
big one.
big?
Yeah.
There's a raid browser now.
Is there?
Raid browser?
Yeah. I think it's /raid. It'll come up if you type / and if you're
There's
a mod.
There's a small one with 45 viewers called the To Be Better podcast.
For
doing
everybody
both.
that's watching right now, the next session will be next Saturday, and it will be live at 4 p.m. EDT. Today we were not live at 4 p.m., and that was because today is session 0 and the prologue, so we wanted to sort out the session 0 stuff before we went live for a prologue. So, Saturday will be the next session of this. And also, before we read out, I do want to give another huge thanks to the artists that have put a lot of work in for the character art, and some of the other character art that you will see, which is both Mio and Gage. Thank you both for all the work that you have done. And please, if
Thank
you
you
have not
for letting
already,
us.
oh, I was so happy to have you both in the game. You have no idea how
Yeah.
happy I was.
You guys
We're
are
so
fun.
excited. I'm so sorry. I was first and I freaked out and didn't know what to do.
No,
So I
it's
just
all
was like,
good. It's
so
all
I was like,
good.
she has a code of conduct. This is gonna look real bad.
Starting out any D&D game for the being the first person acting is, and just even starting out a game period is always I don't know if it's this way for anyone else. For me, it is kind of nerve-wracking and a little stressful.
I've never done this on stream before.
Yeah. Me neither.
So I'm like, oh fuck, I'm scared. I don't want it.
Also, I've just found 3 different people that I was like, oh hey, let's raid, and then they're all follower-only chat.
Oh, God, I
People
hate
out
that.
there watching.
How about this one? They're not follower only, and they are small. And they look like a fun group.
Who are they? Sand it.
The Eldritch Scribe.
That was in stereo. What?
It's in the chat. It's in the chat.
It's in the chat.
Eldritch Scribe. All right.
Session 0 is breaking up a Squirtle fight.
Let's take a look real quick.
The girls are fighting. Presidential alert, the girls are fighting.
All right. Let's go ahead and send this over to them. What should our raid message be?
Burn it, Yugi. Burn it to the ground.
Burn it to the ground. Watch out for fireballs.
Go insurance fraud?
I was honestly gonna say your brother. He likes this punch up. Yes.
It's a beautiful pawn shop. It would be a shame if anything happened to it. How How about don't forget to pay your protection money?
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that.
It's gonna sound almost like a threat when you send this to them. But add in some emotes. Make sure to go and share some love. We're gonna send this over there. We will see you next week. Also, don't forget Fridays here in the Tavern of Worlds we do games of Blood on the Clock Tower. So join in for those if you are keen. We're gonna send this now. Thank you, and until next time, bye.
Bye-bye.
My arms.
My hands are going away and blurring away.
I have to unmute this.